goes on. This is a very much wounded Tiger that needs to figure out how to continue fighting in. And I agree with you, Cash has to be at least a decent showing for them over here if they want to continue to do well in this tournament. That's assuming they progress at all. It's 2 flashes for 3D Max and a fast play programmed out towards the A-bomb side. VSM will get taken down. Safe trades. It's 1-for-1, and Safe is making it then some. 4 versus 2 as the CTs have found a big old safety net. 3 players all lined up. Kersey is doing fantastically well. He had a great showing yesterday as well. And if he's able to re-deliver that same form, we could be in for a treat. Bomb still out in the open. Yet to be recovered. Bigazera goes all the way to the back of Highway. Snow's dualies aren't going to be too effective from this range, so he's going to have to look to close the distance. Is Snow thinking of going for a full wrapper on back to A main? Surely not. He's worried about a lurker instead. Kersey, great reposition to the rafters. I can't imagine they check this. Bigazera reveals position. Snow will reveal Kersey's dead body. Lucky alone, 1 versus 2, playing back of quad. Good position to be in. A swing from the side is destined. Bigazera worried because of his HP, and now the dualies give pursuit. Snow is having his time wasted away, and now there's no longer time to win the round. Snow will have to say goodbye to it. Lucky, really well done towards the end of it.
Bought time as much as he could.
Cool smoke lineup.
Yeah, I was going to say, you definitely couldn't do that in Go.
Yeah. That's pretty sick. Would love to see a replay of that if that's possible, but we'll find out. Maka reveals position as well and shows that this could be a B-side hit, and as Bane will start to bite down to the fake, it's Highway that's going to be occupied. Maka gets a quick kill, but they've yet to commit. VSM's the one to start moving away because they're still nearby with the M4A4. Snow will reveal one of his own, looking for a spam, but it's not going to find anything off of it because Aaron needs to perform over here. That smoke still has a couple of seconds left, so if he can get some good kills, that would be big. Watching out for the squeaky door duel. Not good for any of those kills. It's Gravity with 2, and Snow's left alone. 1 versus 5, and with a couple of these players being low, he can maybe hope to chew off some of that fat, but 3D Max is still going to be a lean, mean fighting machine. Player will be continuing to be left to his own devices. His devices are not looking fantastic in this anti-eco from 3D Max. They've just dealt with them all too quickly. If you keep 5 alive, even 4 alive over here, you just made so much money in the last 2 rounds. It makes the CT side a nightmare for Bane.
I think they will keep numbers alive. They don't even need to hunt on this round because Pain have nothing to save. So odds are 3D Max going to keep at least 4, maybe all 5 players alive.
Bomb has been planted.
Kersey here, he doesn't need to stay in mid. He could go into the vent. Well, they do like a default 3D Max. We saw quite a lot of mid yesterday, so that will certainly rear its head at some point in this half. For now, it's a 3B default. They'll probably look to take into checkers and leave a player there. And in they go. Snow is still in the vent, and Kersey walks straight to his demise. Snow is completely pinned. Surely he's a dead man, and he is.
Figure's still not in a bad position over here to deal with the Checkers player. He's starting to re-navigate back to default. Gravity finds VSM in middle. That's going to be a much bigger problem than you might expect. Highway is completely opened up because if it's safe pushing forward this deep into A main, is going to give himself a chance to cut this bomb off. Maka's expecting it. Oh, he's worried about this possibility, but a repeat back in. Lucky's dead. And with that, 3D Max's chances in the round might be as well. Bigazera spotted out, just needs to back off and make sure no one can actually go inside A main. If they can't pursue safe, then he should be A-okay. And 3D Max might be forced to save over here. Peria Spots out Gravity. Gravity's just hoping to navigate away. Parry up. I mean, that feels ambitious from Gravity.
Yeah, well, even saving here is troublesome because they're so deep in enemy lines.
They've got their lineups down. I'll give them that much.
It's very slow. Big Azira, he doesn't have any help here. He maybe can get a flash from A, but man, has he got nowhere to move.
I mean, Snow's supposed to be providing him with that help for a double kill to be guaranteed, but only finding the one is not enough. The A bomb site now will be forced to have VSM rotate away. Period Jr. once again called to task. He's got a lot to do. Unfortunately, a Molotov does miss, and now he has a lot of space to work with. Peeks out for the first. Lucky gets taken down, but Period takes damage for that trade. Goes in for a second, still alive somehow at the back of this B bomb site. And now with Maka holding the bomb and the other player being low, how do you scale up? That's how you find Safe pushing through the smoke and ask him, what the hell are you doing here? Gravity with 2. VSM saves the day, though. It's 1 versus 1. Maka, the only one left alive. VSM should know that there's an op on the other side. And now, as the bomb gets planted, does he have a lineup for this incendiary? VSM does.
Main, actually. They're so favorable to swing out of as a T-side player that I just think getting really strong to make it work playing these spots. You need to swing on flashes. You need to be the one taking initiative. I'm surprised Big Azira is opting to play this position so much.
Good find. Very good find. Safe has to be careful. Gursi's so deep in, and Safe can't hide away. VSM pushing through the smoke will be washed out for, but not long enough. Gravity is the next to fall, and as Lucky's refrag will fail, it's still a 3 versus 3. Full rotation now from CT spawn is going to be possible. Lucky knows that he has to beeline back to A main if he wants to be relevant to this round even now. But Curse's position, my god, he could do it all. Another kill found, and why stop there? Cursey finally traded, and Snow in a 1-on-2 can't do it.
It still presents those opportunities that it wouldn't, and it won't in 6
Oh
months.
no. That is a very, very missed smoke. I think that was supposed to be going out towards CT spawn, or rather truck. And with Masuda immediately dying, this mid-side push becomes a little bit less scary as well. This half-buy from Pain, or rather saved weapons from Pain, could still be doing a lot. Checker still has the vent unbroken, so they will reveal their intentions as they start to clear it out. 3 players on B will not make it easy.
Safe has so much space as well. He can tell his teammates, I'm not seeing anybody come into main. VSM needs to not die.
I can't believe they're rotating.
Yeah, they're kind of... VSM now can tell them that, no, guys, you don't need to help me. Safe can absolutely confirm it's not A. I think Pain should be 3 or 4B right now. They might be in a man advantage, but they still don't have the weaponry to play default. They're going to lean a third, but I'm still fearful this isn't enough to deal with, you know, fully brought up players.
Lucky's Molotov is not going to be thrown over here, though. That's what they're relying on. If he can't get the molly off, then maybe Snow still has a chance. It's a great flashbang, and Snow will find 2 off the back of it. I don't even know how that flash comes in from Perio. But Snow with 3 kills so far could still be hunting for more as they come by this side. It's Kersey with 3! You've got to be kidding me! What can he not do on Cash? Superior's in position. Flashbang in, and it's going to be an A main hit. VSM good for the 1, and the incendiary is going to be just in the nick of time. HE overhead. Maka won't receive too much damage for it, but VSM can still peek out from either side. Quad provides a lot of trickiness, and all the meanwhile, Perios closing the gap, comes in from behind. Lucky's the first to fall, and now this T side no longer feels all that threatening. Maka Still watching out for a leg that's now been spotted, but VSM has no more reason to reveal. Kersey spotted out and taken down while VSM finally dies. It's Safe who now holds the angle back in truck. Maka won't let that be the case for much longer. He's the other player who was having a damn good time, but now has to deal with this 2 versus 2. Reloading through, Peria coming in from behind. Peria actually re-navigates back over to Squeaky. Is the door still open? Yes, it is. That's a mistake. Maka's going to be stabbed in the back because of it. Maka taken down right as he looks into his eyes. A deep flashbang through. Masuta will dodge it. Snow waits. He's the one with the kit. Don't forget that. But a smoke from Peria could go a long way. Masuta making noise will be able to get the kill. The HE should do this.
It was a 4-on-2, and yeah, Masuta back and recover it. All they needed to do was wait for that big flank pain, and it would have been impossible for 3D Max. But that does not occur. Peria finds a nice kill. They can still get up to 5 or 6 rounds if they break this money, but they need to do it right now.
He's pushing through the smoke right into jaws of death. And that gun should not be recoverable with the way Kersey's spamming away. HE would have made sure of it. So you're still only up against 1 rifle, but the man disadvantage is becoming a little bit insurmountable. Safe is out hunting for a weapon that I don't think he'll find. Molotov, though. Oh, he has found the AK. Never mind. I thought that had been tossed back for some reason. Kersey. Back over. Spotted out. And they lose the M4 for it. And Kersey's been a big man, but right now he's a big body on the floor. Corpse is not going to be doing any damage.
Good util, I guess. And look at that. Early smokes for A. But what is it really going to be? There's players mid. The bomb is Squeaky. So it's going to be an A split with the bomb alone in Squeak. There's a lot of moving parts in this round. And the mid prong has just been absolutely erased. That is...
And sure, there was magic in some of those moments as well. But I don't know if 3D Max have the juice. Finish this one through too easily. Suit over here. VSM's freight transfer is good. Tech9 pulled out as well, using the ladder for cover.
Looks at it. And it's a 3v start with Pain. They must be thinking of aggression. There's so many players in this vicinity. Here comes the flashbang. We're in. And unfortunately for them, they've just walked right into the lion's den. That is really unfortunate that they called that into so many terrorist players.
The fake B main smoke is going to be causing some ruckus as well. Like, as long as you don't just end up dropping a couple of players out in middle to Big Azera secondary op, this round is done. But going into middle does feel like a risk right now.
Surprised Pain aren't just committing 3 to one side of the map. I think it would be their best chance. What have we got then? 3 main, 1 Squeaky. Graffiti is here. Big Azera not facing boost at the moment. It's just VSM. As good as he's been, and it should not be possible. The lineup is almost fantastic, but so many terrorist players to be overcome.
He's given them a chance though, Alan.
And they'll definitely go for it, of course, given last round. So let's see what they've got for us.
Deep incendiary. Huck is going to be forced away from it. The smoke hasn't quite dissipated yet, so Big Azera can't turn that into a kill. Double up on the retake is never good.
They have a molly for quad as well. This will force that player wide.
I don't know if it's quite fully wide. That's a CT incendiary that has to be perfectly placed if you want to displace them. Big Azera likely going to be stabbed in the back pretty soon. No, never mind. Actually, he's going for the stake over here. Can he get it done? No scope him number 1. No longer having time. Maka knows that as well. Big Azera might get that last kill, but he will not get the defuse. Spain will be locked at 5. 3D Max find the smallest advantage as we move over into that second half.
Now, but yeah, I like the individuals. These predictions are way too heavy off the stats that we have on these teams right now.
Bane's got the util down as well. A fake out towards the A-bomb side is not going to be very useful if they're dead, though. VSM is the next to fall, and Misuta is not stopping. Not easily, at least. 2 versus 4 because they're Imperio. Are unlikely to be able to do too much more in this pistol round.
Still, if they can get a plant out of this, that would really amp the pressure up because they'll buy behind this round. 2 players in CT. There's no smoke for the cross. This surely is impossible for Pain to get a plant now.
No reason to peek for Maka. He backs off and away. To the race. I don't think they're fulfilling this order, Alan.
No. I'm surprised they're not just kind of grouping and at least trying to overwhelm. It's very spread out.
Yeah, with a full block round, I guess the only advantage of this is maybe you make them waste utility. I don't know. Nothing else really beyond that. Safe does well to find one, but that's not going to be enough. You can't break into the B-bomb side anymore. Not like this, I'm sure of it. A re-Molotov in will give them a false sense of security if they don't expect Lucky to be here or nearby. Remember, Lucky could even be flanking all in this meanwhile, but he shows off his feet. Period is still blocked off by the incendiary, and HE, just in case someone's got him close, and it's going to do well to even just bring 5 of these players down into one-ding territory for these M4s. Lucky now on the other side is waiting for teammates to come over and in. Misuta, early kill with the FAMAS, is already doing more than maybe you could ask of him. Pain are falling apart. VSM finally gets something done as they break their way into the bomb set and can get a plant, but it's still a 3 versus 4. 3D Max have got 4 players effectively inside middle. Breaking that second vent should give them an idea of what's coming over, but Biguzera is trying to set up a flank. This is ambitious, maybe overly so. Lucky drops down. HE to the corners, not making any friends over here for VSM. VSM good for one more. Biguzera still yet to activate. VSM only trying to buy time. Now Biguzera comes alive. Only one. Only one's not enough. VSM has to do it all. 4 kills required. And as Maka starts to make his way through, over into heaven, backs off instead. Knows he doesn't have a kit, and VSM is the only reason why Pain will get this round.
Biguzera's flanked his help. VSM. Molly might spread. I really don't know. I've just not seen this spot before.
Curse still safe. They're not going to have any idea about this, but their best move might just be to go over to B. Kersey can't contribute in that way unless he gets a good flank off, and Biguzera is accelerating. Only Masuda left on the bomb site. When will Kersey come alive? He won't, not in time. Pirius found 2 on the site. The entries could not be cleaner, and now as Kersey will finally reveal, he's all alone. Nowhere to go, nowhere to... Masuda's a dead man, and this should be a comfortable B-side take. And the bomb is quite far away, and Biguzera's rightfully worried about his stack. It's not there, but he's right to be worried. Pain will be able to find their 8th round pretty comfortably over here. Keeping players alive is a priority, VSM. Let's not forget that. Turned around upon, he's being sandwiched. Feels like he's not going to have too much of a chance to get out of here, but Snow will assist and make sure that he can.
Pain on top of things. They've definitely been scrimming some cash, I suspect.
This is also one of those rare times where even if you're a South American team and you aren't getting the best quote-unquote get involved. Lucky's in a fantastic position. Absolutely fabulous for what's coming over their way. They've recognized that there's been a lot of B hits so far, but with Misuta getting taken down, VSM continues to be the entry fiend. There's only Kersey to try and respond, but pushing the smokes, no solution at all. 4 versus 2, and 3D Max will turn tails, tuck down, and run.
Vision. They've seen now 2 smokes in A main. They'll know that B is overloaded. But do they have an alternative? Is there time to go back and clear A?
Oh, Gravity getting that second kill is instrumental. You might be losing this one. Wouldn't be the first time the Pain have lost out to an anti-force play, but this convincingly, no. Certainly not.
Check out where Kersey's playing.
Well, I've checked out where he's playing.
They still haven't seen it, I think, by the way. They still haven't seen this position.
Like, he's won him. Now Bigu knows. Now Bigu knows. He's not supposed to be missing that one, but Pyria and Snow.
It's such a dirty angle.
Oh, Pyria's just speaking off. Asking ye shall receive, Alan.
How does he...
Like, he does manage to get a pop shot out. He spotted him. He just barely spotted him. Lucky's gotten 3 kills when he should have had none. And he's still on. But not for long.
Not many positions you can easily hold the bomb sites from.
A good grenade.
Double
That is
underboost.
magnificent. Oh, Kersey is going to cast them off with utility in their hands. Kersey keeps on delivering. He can even back off to safety if he wants to, decides against it. He still wants to keep on having the threat of a push through. Lucky trying desperately to stay alive over here. A smoke is there to try and push Safe forwards, but Safe still knows there's 2 players on the other side. There's 0 chance of him staying alive if Kersey's also got the low ground. He doesn't know that Kersey hasn't dropped yet, but that'll change pretty soon. VSM coming in from behind. They've recovered it down to a 3v3, but with 8 seconds on the clock, who even cares? It's 12. Pyria pushes. Misuta's already in a good position. He'll get the backstab. And Pain are now thoroughly being bamboozled. They're being flummoxed. A loss over here should consign them to immediately looking at Inferno with the way their wallets feel. But it's a good place to have the smoke down. Gravity will be removed from contention. Maka doesn't want to show his position off by smoking out into quad, but the off-close range has to perform. Gravity good for 1, but through the smoke, Maka's already been taken down. Gravity is using that smoke thrown earlier on for cover of his own, but he can't find the shot from overhead. A deep grenade could still do the trick. A re-smoke out, but Safe is caught out inside the incendiary. Still nowhere to go. That smoke's not quite perfectly positioned. He knows it as well, and Gravity is able to use it. Safe finally brings him down, but he's left on a 1-on-3 with a quad kill needed and unlikely to be delivered, not with the flank coming in from behind as well. And that smoke from the CTs is only to assist the sneaky business that Kersey is up to again. Another boost will come through for Kersey, but Biguzero's on the other side. Does he have utility in his hands or not? A flashbang will make it indifferent. Gravity and Kersey both come through the kill apiece immediately, and Kersey's not done just yet. Spots out the legs in the smoke gaps that he himself created. And Pain are down to 2, and they'll be down to their own map pick pretty soon. With the way things are going. Pyria left alone. And this supremacy on Cash that 3D Max have created will give them a shot to win out this series once again. You have to commend them for it. I'm sure they've taken time out of their player break as well just to make sure that they can actually contribute coming into such a significant event for them. And Piria is going to be the unfortunate victim to end things. Bumping and bobbing, knocking inside the smoke. 20 seconds on the clock. Piria good for one, but in the end, he will be taken down. The 3D Max can win. I still have to remind everyone, we're not seeing the best version of Pain right now. We are not seeing the Pain that, you know, maybe last year or the year before that was even defining the metagame at time. This is still a Pain that is also trying to relocate their feet, but certainly in a better position than the Frenchmen are, at least on this map.
Okay, well, to win this series, I think 3D Max needs to continue winning pistols. Kersey opens up the scorecard well. Maka traded, still man advantage, and look where the bomb is. The bomb is outside a boiler, and Kersey continues his reign of terror. He's definitely skilled. It must be, you know, being a complete player at the moment, or you know, growing into being a complete player is what's holding him back. Because he can't be this good on Cash and this good at fragging people with that pistol and not be a super, you know, prospect in the making for this team.
And maybe that's what a national team gives to you, right? Maybe that's where you do get that old school style of proper true mentorship into being a player who can maybe be like the equivalent of a Blame F for Big Clan over here with 3D Max, right?
This must be a set round. They've gone for the deep mid smoke at the start. Now they throw a moto smoke. An instant rush out of the apartments. Who have we got on balcony? It's Masuta called upon. 2 for him. Make it 3. That is fantastic. Unfortunately, his teammate didn't find oh so much. The bomb could still go down. It's just Big Zero though on the site, and he needs to get on with this before the smoke fades, and he is felled. His teammate is nowhere near. It's fallen apart.
Masuda is another one of those really interesting players when you consider how his career trajectory has gone. Obviously, he first came in to the last great French-only lineup, which was the Vitality of 2022. He was there for 2 years or so, and you would have thought that being dropped into the Tier 3 SC... Thank you. Never been called that before. Lucky. Careful now. You're asking for a nade to your face. He was spotted out, but he'll back off now. And that HE, which was destined for Lucky, will not be able to meet it. Piria Jr., thank you very much. 2 kills that way. Absolutely, I'll take it. Aggression is punished, and Maka's then caught out as well as he's courting out middle. Now, going to the B-bomb side after getting 3 kills on it would be... I mean, that's where every matchmaking player in the world just has their head in their hands, but they'd like to be able to hunt these last 2 weapons as well.
I think it will actually be an A round for Pain. Totally disparate are the CT players.
Dude. Alan Payne's low.
Still.
Far be it for me to imagine a world where 3D Max can win this.
He just keeps finding
especially
nades.
now that he's revealed. Oh, especially now that he's revealed. They're going to be thinking there's 2 players over here for sure. They can't imagine there's going to be 2 smokes from 1 player. They're so worried. They're scared. There's 18 seconds left on the clock. The time is not on their side, and eventually Lucky will have 2 players crossing him. Do they check this properly? The pre-fire is not helping anyone. He could line them up right now, Alan. No, Snow actually is the one who takes out his own teammate. 5 seconds. If he got that kill, they win that round.
Yeah. Almost. Graffiti might opt to at least stick around and try to take away more guns. I think he should. Inferno A blast radius is pretty punchy, so...
Is it still?
Well, I think if he kept them in apartments and such, I'm pretty sure they would die.
Terrorists win.
Gonna go back to a 4A setup, presuming they'll play into brackets.
Flash out, and it's Kersey to come through with a backstab. Maka's already got one with utility, and where's no hopes to find Kersey, it's already a quick moonwalk back into smoke. Maka will eventually end up fading backwards, but in a 4 versus 3, Pain don't feel to have too much control over this A-bomb site. Kersey's re-aggression will make sure advantage stays firmly in the hands of the CT. Maka is smoked off, he'll back away. He's aware that all he has to do is really cover out this cross. That's all that matters. With Gravity's position as good as it is, the one kill that Maka should be able to guarantee is enough. Now, do they smoke again?
Yeah,
Remember,
they got two smokes, so they could just wrap.
Show it off, and Maka punishes the first. Surely expects another one, facing into save, giving up the AWP, and Gravity's in a good position for that op to shine. Lucky's wondering how everything went wrong. 1 versus 1, op on the other side, but the HE...
Lucky, very unlucky not to stay alive into that nade. Popped.
And now listen, you don't want this offer to pop because you can use the code RANK to get $10 reload every day for 7 days over with our friends at Stake. Details are clicking on the banner below. Remember to be careful because Gravity's not being careful. And look at that, he's lost it all. 3D Max now having forfeited all advantages from the pistol round, despite having some winning ways, have not been able to tread them.
Well, they threw everything into this one to try and get a reset off, but it's not going to happen. And now it's them that have to probably even save already here, and then eco in the next. Pain are getting back in control. Just need to deal with Maka, and he's all the way back in church, so the bomb plant should be a bit of a freebie now.
All right. Money's made, and it will be increased very soon. Suda gives up his one chance to fight back.
Terrorists win.
A site was just such a liability, and I like what Kersey's doing with the consistent re-aggression, but now you're also seeing a Pain that's contesting them for banana control. They're not letting them get that for free either. Nades are being primed. Good set of nades goes through. Damage is honestly a little bit underwhelming, but 3D Max won't know that.
And they got pretty unlucky there not to get maybe 2 kills because
Yeah.
there are plenty of T's actually defaulting in. Okay, well, things seem to have calmed down now. Just continuing to take some map control of Pain. We're Ruins and CT smoke thrown. Snow will go looking. And now they know where these both are, so they'll give it up. Snow will just linger to try and get these eco flags. That smoke honestly probably doesn't help.
Maybe they're just trying to keep him away.
Early mid take for Pain, and there's a player in Boiler right now. That's Masuta. Kersey surely spotted, and he's ducked into this corner, but they haven't dealt with Masuta. Late trade is too late. Masuta's done all the damage.
Maka's not going to be able to get a kill over here, is he?
Well, they have to plant. So unless they round it straight into cold, he'll get a chance.
There's a minute and 15. I'm surprised that they're going in after. Leaving Maka over here at B is certainly a play. He's not going to be pursued down, but he has asked Gravity to make his way over. Suta and Kersey might still be required. Gravity, great first kill, and Bigazera being taken down makes this round a whole lot easier. Only one player out towards the B bomb sites. No one want to make a move. Masuda, he's forward, he's spotted out. BSM spamming in, but Kersey's good on the trade. They're able to reinforce A very quickly, and that Molotov from Safe doesn't actually help them. Safe's looking elsewhere, but no, he turns around in time. Lucky will be able to spot him out too, so it once again turns to Kersey. What can he get done from the back of the cold box? Kersey swings out wide, second kill found. He's had a great Inferno as well. Very different to that performance we had yesterday, and with 35 seconds, choosing to go back over towards his B bomb site relies entirely on the CTs biting down on this one smoke.
To play free on B like this when you know it's a mixed bag buy, you know there could be an injection of pace. But I guess you're wagering that you've won a couple A rounds. And right now this is the be inspired. Oh, the missed shot, the flashbang was so good. Do they commit behind this? Lack of armor will make this really difficult.
I think it's the grenade that really tips the scales as well. Recovering the AK. You're in a 4 versus 3 where Bigazera is low. And without the Kevlar, it was always going to be limited what he can do. Masuta and Kersey have had plenty of big moments between them. 12 and 7 for Masuta. Kersey's on 9 and 6. So now they've got a comfortable crossfire being set up. As long as they can take down Peria, it should be it. Peria, like, oh, they're surely not going to push with 3 players, right? And it turns out they were. Snow, are you dead? My brother, how are you alive over here, Snow? I thought it was dead to right. Sam Molotov doesn't do nearly as much damage as I thought it would.
This is really not good for Pain. They have struggled so much in these last few gun rounds to get a foot in the door. Man, 3D Max were not nearly this aggressive yesterday.
They've done great homework, that's for sure. And Kersey's getting ready to do it again. Oh, the boost up for Peria Jr. is going to be spotted. Kersey's got an HE with his name on it, decides to use bullets instead. And now in the 2 versus 4 where arches are being watched, VSM doesn't want to show off position, so he's not going to smoke this. Lucky's got this nasty angle that is so hard to deal with, but it will be dealt with nonetheless. 2v2 on the bomb site. Here's the game back on. Bane still hunting out for that 5th. Kersey, HE should be dealing with him. No, it doesn't go deep enough, and he even gets another kill. This A bomb set has proven impenetrable, and 3D Max are getting ready to line up that 8th round. Kersey continues. Right back, and Bigazera needs to continue to try and find a kill. He just can't trace one down for the love of God. And Masuta's double, 17 and 7. Not a chance over here for Bane. Perry is going to take this time to test out what the bomb radius actually is. Hey, you take $300, $350. Why not? Hey, 400.
Terrorists win.
The team possessed right now.
Force buy out for Bane, and they will end up down 4-11 if this doesn't go their way.
What's
And
happening? Team nade.
I was about to say that's a great nade from 3D Max.
That's a disaster.
Because Zara has 3 kills and 1 team kill. VSM taken down over here, but Save does get 2 at the very least. Look, there's a world where these smokes cause enough chaos that Save can get it done, but unfortunately, the world we live in is the one where Curse...
Team 10, and this one is going the same way as the last 2 maps yesterday. Pain have only had 1 competitive map in this tournament right now. It's not good enough, and they're running out of time before they'll be going home as the top ranked team going out last place.
And that's a huge, huge impact to Pain's VRS this season if that happens. I have to look at their results, but I would imagine that some of their earlier VRS points are also probably about to expire, so losing out on opportunities to get more.
Yeah, I mean, they came here for a top placing and potentially to lift the trophy and to, you know, bolster some VRS ranking. They're a long way from achieving those goals right now.
They came here for a trophy. They're getting a reality check. 3D Max, on the other hand, never looked better. Not with this iteration of lineup. And I am loving it.
How many Pain? What, they got 1 pause left or something? They can't have many. They'll probably burn
hope
it
they don't have any.
before this next gun round, because this could be. I mean, they lose the next gun round and it's quickly becomes 12-4. Domination. Masuta had a sleeper, excellent map. I think Kersey's had more, let's say, highlight moments, but Masuta, consistent output.
Alan, the way things are going, we're probably going to be wrong by both of our predictions. I thought Wildcard would take it. Wildcards are doing their best to make sure Safe will not get an early shot, not before at 1:15 mark or so.
Oh my.
Oh, he's not going to get a shot at all, Masuta! You've got to be joking.
That's a huge kill as far as eliminating Pain goes. Can they deal with Snow? Maka forced forward and he connects. It's just 1 player that remains between 3D Max and the B bomb site. The smoke just about good enough as Big Uzira does call over a little bit of cavalry. U-turn into CT spawn. Big Uzira is going to test this. Maka in the meanwhile is being an absolute nuisance. Big Uzira, he's got the bomb site, but he's completely surrounded.
They know he's there as well because they heard him taking away in the Molotov. They know exactly where he is right now. Maka's watching for it. You're not going to have money in this next, and Birya knows he should save, but what are you saving for?
Where on earth was this 3D Max yesterday?
Over at our friends.
Gotta get those call-outs in now because this is the last round of this series. Look at the buy.
pretty sure it is.
Look at the buy. It's a disaster. FAMAS's, and they require 8 rounds in a row.
They've got the advantage.
Keep it simple, guys, and play the range game. Take long. Take long and force some fights. Let's not mess around with running into crossfires. Okay, so long is quickly cleared.
DSM. Oh, gosh. Nade's gonna open this up as well. Snow's dead. Peria with 2 will
It's
be stopped
over.
over there. It's all over for Pain. Bigusero's had a very poor game individually and more. And with 22 HP, that's not going to change. 13 is found. 3D Max dominate Pain on the Brazilians map pick. They have not looked better. What a showing to keep them alive in the episode 3.